And that's a story for a different day. And you're going to have your own problems with the federal armories because now there's a lot of nepotism and that goes on at Harper's Ferry, in which the one of the actual superintendents is murdered by one of his workers
Yeah.
who's dressed as a female. That this guy was brought in after James Stubblefield to bring around control of what's going on at Harper's Ferry, and that's in a very southern culture. And they fire this guy, and he dresses up as a female and goes and kills the superintendent of Harper's Ferry. That is just a completely side story for a video that will
No, I've
make
never heard of that. Why did dressing like a female make it easier to murder this guy?
because he walked into his house, the superintendent's house. So James
Okay.
Stubblefield had been running Harper's Ferry for decades at that point. Maybe not 2 decades, but he'd been there a while. But he was involved in the local politics, and he was giving people patronage at the National Armory
Okay.
in Virginia. And to the point that they would bring in new Yankees from New England, from Massachusetts, from Springfield, that are producing guns at a faster rate to higher quality because they're accepting all the new machinery. And Virginia's just not doing it. So they get rid of Stubblefield because they're like, you are too involved in politics. You're just taking care of your own people. And they bring down an inspector from New England, I'm pretty sure, and he becomes a superintendent of Harper's Ferry, and he
Yeah.
starts to regulate you have to be at the armory for 8 hours a day. You can't just show up and leave when you want, and also you can't drink on the job. That's not allowed anymore. Well, they end up firing a guy for being drunk on the job, and he dresses as a woman and goes in and kills him.